Thank you very much and welcome. I'm talking about web content management, and if you think about all these web projects out there and ask the people, are you really satisfied with your web project? Then you often get the answer, yeah, it could be a little bit better. It struggles here and struggles there, and on the other hand, you have a lot of different tools, free tools, enterprise tools, thousands of different web content management systems, and not everyone is really satisfied. And this is something that we try to accomplish and we see as a challenge to build really something unique together in integration with all these Fabasoft tools. Additionally to traditional web content management, we're in a time of change. So there are two additional terms you see in the title of this presentation. It says social and mobile. These are really key aspects that really change the way we use the internet today and in the next couple of years. And in this talk, I would like to show you a little bit more about social and mobile. 488 million. This is the number of mobile Facebook users in 2012. This is really a big number of people who are using Facebook on mobile. And I will show you the impact, what this means for traditional web content management. Mobile devices. Mobile devices is not just an iPhone or an iPad or an Android device. This is just a picture of, let's say, 30, 40, 50 different mobile devices. But there are more and more mobile devices coming out in the next years. For instance, Microsoft just recently presented this Surface, which is really an amazing product. I'm really looking forward to see it. And one mobile version is usually not enough. So it's not enough to create one mobile website for one specific device. This is a view in our usability lab. Just a couple of devices you see here, but we are adding more and more. So I really welcome you if you have the chance to visit our usability lab. It's really amazing what we built there. Couple of additional figures, 88%. This is the number of smartphone users who have searched for local businesses. There are lots of studies coming out, but these are really amazing figures. 57% would not recommend a business with a bad mobile site. So also really impressive figure. And my favorite, 23% of adults have cursed at the phone when a site doesn't work on a mobile. So they really shouted and say, oh, beep to this phone, this is crap and so on. This is really amazing. So what does this mean for the website owner? It's all about mobile and sharing. This is something I will going to present later on. But everything usually starts on the web. When you create a web page, you create a website, fill it with content, fill it with images, text, and so on. Usually when you consume your content, it can be on the desktop as well. But usually when you search, for instance, for seminars, you're sitting in the living room in front of your maybe television. It's a TV break, and you just browse through on your tablet and visit the web page. And it's really important that you add the power of social sharing to your web content. For instance, here I highlighted Facebook, so the social sharing capabilities of Facebook, where I say, okay, this is a book on the seminar I visited, I like this book, and I share it to my community. Here I just highlighted there are options to optimize this sharing process. So you as a website owner, you can optimize the way content is shared over the internet. Also, these tools like Facebook or Twitter give you brilliant analytics tools so that you see who liked your pages and who liked your content. So I'm sitting on the sofa in the living room, share this book because it's really brilliant. And what happens? My friends, they see that I read this book, that I liked it, I can comment on it. So all my friends see this on the stream, even, for instance, on the desktop or on a mobile device. And the mobile aspect here is really important because usually when I have a couple of minutes waiting for the bus at the bus stop or in the underground or waiting for the plane, the first thing I do, I pick up my phone and see, okay, what happened the last couple of days, couple of minutes, new emails. Oh no, yeah, I have to answer it quickly, and I browse through the Facebook stream updates from friends and so on. So this is the time when I really browse through this kind of content where others liked. So, and if I react on this, I say, okay, I comment, oh, I bought this book as well, not only the original person who liked it to his friends see this information, it is spread again through to all the friends I have. So it's a really a multiplication of sharing, and this is really important. And what you see here, the screen, the website is optimized to fit on all these different devices and screen sizes. So this is really important. And the same URL, the same link is viewable on all these different devices. And this is something I would like to show you quickly in the presentation. Can we switch to the website? Okay, you already saw this website, and and you saw how to create it. Thank you for the great presentation, how to create this website. So let's go to the books. This is one of the books. I read it and I liked it, and I'm currently logged in as Markus Tripp developer because I have two accounts, a developer account and a normal account. I'm logged in as developer, and I saw this and I hit like and say, okay, this is really a great book, I like it. Recommended reading, great book. Yes, so this person liked it, and every one of his friends see it in their timeline. As I showed you before, maybe you do not access this page on the desktop, you access it on a mobile device. And this is what I would like to show you on my phone. I think I have to connect to a mobile phone. Okay, this is my mobile phone, and let's go to my Facebook stream. This is my other stream, so my second account. And as you can see here on my Facebook, yeah, this is always interesting what happens. What are the others? As you can see here, Markus Tripp, developer, shared, great book. I recommended reading. I'm sitting on a bus stop and say, okay, this is really awesome, and comment and comment on it or like it. So now I like this stream. And now it is spread to all my 448 friends, and all my 448 friends see that I liked this really interesting book. So social sharing becomes really a really important marketing tool, an important channel to distribute your content. And social sharing only works if your content is relevant. If you have uninteresting content, you can add as many buttons, sharing buttons as you like. No one will really share it. How did we achieve this? We use responsive web design. Responsive web design is one of the buzzwords in the last year. So it means that you design your content to be able to fit to different screen sizes, and it adapts to the available space. So this is typical a desktop with a header, content, and 3 columns. And the less available space you have, the content adapts to what is available, and here from the 3 columns it goes to 2 columns and to 1 column. And some content is probably hidden, so here we have a little bit more content. On a tablet or on the phone, we don't have to display everything. So some boxes are hidden. This is an example how this is going to look like on a desktop, a tablet, and a phone. So it's the same content, just resized. Here are some responsive design examples. So it's nothing that is really only coming from us. So a lot of big brands move into this direction. For instance, we have Barack Obama's website, we have Starbucks, we have Sony, we have Boston Globe, Smashing Magazine, Fabasoft, just to name a few. Can we have a look at one of them? So let's start with Barack Obama, for instance, because his new campaign. Can I go to continue to website, please? Yeah. So because his campaign about the new election, he will really massively use the social media tools. And here, as you can see, this is the full screen version, and if you resize it, the content adapts to the available space, and this is how it looks like on a phone. So I want to show you that it's really true on this device. So let's pair it. Mirroring on. Okay, this is the mobile phone, and I'm going to open the same page. On my mobile device, and you can see that it's really optimized for mobile usage. So I have a couple of other examples, very interesting. One of my favorites is Sony USA, because they have a really beautiful design. This is the responsive version on my mobile phone, with the menu hidden, the search, and the content really optimized for mobile usage. Or Starbucks, they have also a really great responsive web site with here the menu hidden in this button, and the content is really readable on your mobile device. Maybe we can see those 2 examples, Sony and Starbucks on the web again. This is the exactly same Sony website on the web, and if you resize the page, you see how it adapts to the available space. So this is really impressive. And it's really important that you have the same URL when you share it on the social media, that the same URL is accessible on different devices. This is really important. Starbucks. Okay. Yeah, of course, Fabasoft. It's important for us as well that we make all our web presences mobile accessible. Can we go back to the slides, please? So these are some of the responsive design examples. But it doesn't end with just web design. It's also important for your email campaigns. How many emails are sent out that are not accessible on your mobile phone? But when do I usually read some emails about newsletters? This is on the way. And on the way, I'm not always connected to a PC or laptop. We have search, we have landing pages for conversions, enterprise portals. My favorite, QR codes. So whenever I see a QR code, I try it and see what's behind, because in the past, in the last year, a year ago, many of the links behind QR codes or barcodes are pointing to not mobile-friendly websites. So really, but it's really getting better on this. And the QR codes are a good example of the combination from the offline world, the printed world, to the online world. So it's not to underestimate QR codes. So mobile and social is really important, and we already heard about content creation, and content creation is also key, so that the people who are in the people who work with the normal business, regular business, are able to create content. This is really important. And one of our design goals of Faba5 was in-place editing. We wanted to achieve that you edit the content exactly at the place where you are. I don't want an administrational panel somewhere where I go to the third hierarchy level, change some content and add a picture, and you do not see how it really looks like on the actual page where you are. So this was really important. And we created an own web-based editor from ground up, from zero, so that you are able to type in there. This is a hard work. So please imagine writing in a browser, and this is hard work. But sometimes you have to go the hard way to create something unique. So this is really important. And my personal opinion is that it's not sufficient to create one editor experience that fits all. My personal experience is create an editor that is optimized for a specific need. For instance, an editor that is optimized for information pairing, an editor that is optimized to creating forms, an editor that is optimized for adding social sharing buttons. So this is why we created different types of editing, in-place editing editors. So this is really important. Yeah, here are some examples what you can do: add text, edit text, add images, copy and paste. This is, who of you ever tried to copy text in Microsoft Word or Excel and pasted it to a website? So it's horrible. The formatting is crap and so on. So we work hard that the copy-paste experience is as you expect, so that the headings and paragraphs are reused, but some additional formatting is ignored. And we have what we already saw, a link to a content repository. In the beginning of the talk, I said that that we have a big competition in web content management. There are so many tools out there, so we have to differentiate with the others. And the best differentiator with all the others is our other Fabasoft enterprise tools. We have document management, which is really amazing and great. We have a search, which is not only insight, which is not only web search, but also information pairing, where we really combine data from different sources. We have user experience monitoring. So Fabasoft has so many great tools, and we as a web platform integrate with them and would like to create something that none of the competitor can easily achieve. So this is where we would like to stand out. Integration with all the other enterprise tools. Just to name a few of them, everything starts with authentication and authorization. Maybe you are aware of the different capabilities of Folio Cloud with two-factor authentication, mobile PIN authentication, certificates, social authentication. So this is where everything starts. We have enterprise DMS, secure collaboration with friends or with business partners, business processes, search technology, and performance monitoring. And finally, we would like to do something for our web designers, for the creative people. For the creative people, they don't want to work in barriers. They don't want to they would like to have creativity freedom. And this is what we also, I think, achieved, so that you can create whatever web design you want and put it in Faba5. And lastly, not everyone is really happy with for instance, PHP technology or Ruby on Rails or whatever. We decided to build it on top of a solid Java stack, because this is something that is in many big organizations. You have experience in Java servlets, JSPs, and taglibs, so the knowledge of these technologies is there, and we give you a tool you're familiar with. Custom templates, you're free to create any HTML, CSS. And this paired with a really big data centers and cloud hosting environment for development, publishing, monitoring, and deployment gives a really cool and competitive tool, and we're really proud what we developed the last year. Faba5 Web CMS, this is the tool that enables all this I talked about. Yeah, finally, I can just motivate you to follow us. We follow us on Twitter at Faba5.com, on Facebook, YouTube, and on our website. So we're really in the beginning right now, and I really want you that you follow what's happening in the next month, so you will be impressed what we are going to build. And yeah, that's it. So let me head over to